To module number 6, our last module. So job hunting and interview mastery. So lesson number 61. So this is going to be a quick intro for the module number 6. So building a professional business and resume. So that's the main focus of this module. Okay, and we'll talk about more about mock interviews and hiring process. So this is for complete beginners. Okay, congratulations. So if you are watching this lesson, it means you have already completed 5 modules. That's a huge achievement, right? So let's quickly look at everything you have learned so far. In module 1, you have learned business analyst and how software systems support every business operations. In module 2, you have learned how business analysts gather requirements and work with stakeholders and write user stories and create business requirements documents, BRDs, and Agile and Jira. So in module 3, you build your business analyst portfolio by creating real banking projects and deliverables. In module 4, you completed 10 real world banking project simulation and learn how business analysts work on actual project. Okay. So in module 5, you created 10 complete user acceptance UAT project based on different job roles. So proving that your previous work experience can become valuable business analyst experience. So you have now knowledge and you have projects, highlight this one, and you have documentation. Okay, so you pretty much have whatever you need for the job. So now how you can move forward. Okay, how you can get hired, that's the main thing. So you have portfolio, and now there is only one goal left, as I mentioned before, get hiring, right? So get the actual job. So what we are going to cover in this module, so this is the most important module in the entire course. Many students complete training courses but never get interviews, right? So others get interviews but cannot answer the questions confidently. Some students know business analysis is very well but don't know how to market themselves. So this module will solve those problems. So over the next 10 lessons, we will prepare you to complete with experienced business analyst, and you will learn exactly how to build a professional business analyst resume, create a LinkedIn profile that attract recruiters, apply for business analyst jobs strategically instead of randomly, pass recruiter phone screening, answer business analyst manager interview questions, answer critical business analyst interview questions, master banking domain interview questions, explain your portfolio projects with confidence, complete full mock interviews, and build 90-day job search strategy until you receive your first offer. Okay, so by end of this module you will know exactly what to do before applying, during interviews, and after receiving an offer. So why most people don't get hired? Many people think the biggest problem is lack of experience, right? So that's the only one part of the problem. The real reason include poor resume, weak LinkedIn profile. If you are not in LinkedIn, you will not get hired most probably, because you need an online presence. No interview preparation. If you don't prepare, and you'll not go for the second round. Unable to explain project, this is very important. A lack of confidence, giving short or unclear answers, not understanding the business domain. And the good news is that every one of these problems can be solved, right? So this is exactly what we will do in this module. So today's lesson focus on one of the most important documents in your career, your resume. So think about this. A recruiter may spend only few seconds looking at your resume before deciding whether to continue reading or move the next applicant, right? So your resume is your first interview. If your resume is weak, you may never get the opportunity to speak with hiring manager. Your goal is to create a resume that immediately demonstrate your value. So what values we are looking for? What is a business analyst resume? So business analyst resume is a professional summary of your education, experience, technical skills, business knowledge, and certification and projects. So it should answer one important question: why should this company interview you? So your resume should make it easy for recruiters to understand who are you and what you know and what projects are completed, which tools you used, right? And why you are qualified. So the purpose of a resume does not get you a job, right? So a resume gets you an interview, the interview gets you a job. That is why every word on your resume matters. The recruiters look for when recruiters review business analyst resume, they typically look for relevant experience, business analyst skills, banking knowledge, communication skills, technical skills, software tools, project experience, certification, and education. So if they quickly find this item, your chances of getting an interview increase significantly. So common resume mistakes: many students make mistakes such as using a generic resume for every application, listing job duties instead of achievement, writing long paragraphs including irrelevant information, not mentioning project, poor formatting, spelling and grammar mistakes, missing important business analyst keyword. These mistakes reduce your chances of being shortlisted. Okay. So what makes a strong BA resume? A strong business analyst resume should clear, professional, easy to read, well organized, relevant to the job, tailored for the position. It should immediately communicate your value to employers. So what we will build in this module, by end of this module 6, you will have a professional ATS application tracking software friendly resume, a recruiter friendly LinkedIn profile, a business analyst interview preparation guide, banking interview answers, technical interview answers, HR interview answers, mock interview practice, job application tracker, salary negotiation strategy, a complete 90-day job search plan. So everything we will work together to help you secure first business analyst role. So lesson summary: today you learned why module 6 is important in the course, what you will cover in the next 10 lessons, why resumes determine interview opportunities, what recruiters look for, common resume mistakes, the purpose of business analyst resume. In the next lesson, we will build a professional LinkedIn profile that help recruiters find you before you even apply for jobs. So your business analyst journey is almost complete. Now it's a to time to turn your hard work into interview calls and ultimately your first analyst job. Okay, so quickly navigate to lesson number 61. And so in the previous lesson we will introduce module 6 and discuss how the final module will help you transition from learning business analysis to getting hired. Today we will build one of the most important documents in your career. So your resume. Many students believe they don't get interviews because they don't have enough experience. That's not always true. Many qualified candidates never receive interview calls because their resume fails to communicate their skills effectively. By the end of this lesson, you will have a professional business analyst resume that you can customize and use for job application. So lesson objectives: by the end of this lesson you will learn why recruiters spend only few seconds reviewing resumes, how applicant tracking systems work, the sections every business analyst resume should include, how to present your project experience, common resume mistake, how to tailor your resume for each job posting, how to make your resume stand out. At the end of this lesson, you will also receive a professional business analyst resume template that you can download and customize. Okay, so why your resume matters? Think of your resume as a marketing document. Its purpose is not tell you a life story. Its purpose, its convince a recruiter to invite you for an interview. So you are selling yourself as a service, right? So it's like a product. So you should have a proper marketing. If you don't have a proper marketing, and you will not get a call. Okay, so your resume should answer one of simple question: why should we interview you? So if this makes sense, and you can start sending your resume. Every section of your resume should support that answer. So you keep on asking, why should we interview you? So how recruiters read resumes? Recruiters typically review resumes very quickly. It's like scrolling a shorts or reel, right? So you have to make sure your resume should attractive. So they usually look for job title. Okay, that's why it's mentioning the job title is very important on your resume. Relevant experience, this match the job description. Industry knowledge, again, if you are applying for the you are worked as a banking business analyst and you are applying for a healthcare, and there is no right or wrong, right? Like if you have experience you will get the call, but you will not get prioritized. They will still look someone can start immediately rather than they give a training, right? So if you worked on a healthcare sector and if you are applying for a healthcare domain, and if someone worked on a banking domain and they're applying for a job in healthcare, so who will get prioritized? The person who has experience in healthcare, but there are other factors too, but just for example, industry knowledge. So business analyst skills, technical skills, project experience, education, certification. So if they cannot quickly find these items, they often move to the next resume. So that's why um, that is why a clean organized layout so important. So what is ATS? Most large companies use an applicant tracking system, ATS. And ATS scans resumes before a recruiter reads them. It searches for keywords related for the job description. For example, business analyst, requirement gathering, stakeholder management, user stories, agile, Jira, SQL, UAT, BRD, process mapping, user stories. So, if your resume contains relevant keyword, naturally it has a better chance of reaching a recruiter. Okay, so the ideal BA resume structure, your resume should contain these sections: contact information, professional summary, core skills, technical skills, project experience, professional experience, education, certification. So we are going to focus on a beginner, after new grad, or someone who does not have any experience in a BA career. That's a resume we are focusing on here. Okay. So this section should identify, introduce you. Example, detail-oriented business analyst with hands-on experience. Right. So we are not um, here in banking project simulation. So we are not saying that you have actual production environment. So important to mention banking project simulation. Okay, so it matched the keyword business analyst experience banking project. So this is okay. So it match keyword. So this is a quick glance. It's like your mini trailer, right? Like before you watch the movie and you read the synopsis and reviews and you watch the trailer. So it's same like that, right? Like you want to buy a product, right? Like when you want to buy a product, there are many product available similar. Let's say you want to buy a phone, right? So what do, you don't start reading everything whatever available on the market, right? So first you will see your budget, and based on the budget, and you will start browsing and see what is the top most best phone, right? For this budget or whatever area you're looking for. Similar to that one, the recruiters have many options, so they will start looking into the best options available within the budget, right? So you have to give everything in this first line, so you need to hook them with the first line. So you are saying business analyst, detail oriented, banking project, requirement gathering, business analysis, agile, UAT, stakeholder communication, experienced in creating BRDs and user stories and process flows, business documentation, fascinated about solving business problem through technology. Okay, so this is very important. So actually, like, the experience is not required. So if you are a good problem solver, and that's the only thing is required in the job market. So everyone knows you are a new grad or um, new student, right? So you never worked on, right? So when you speak, when you write, right? So they can identify you. They can find out, like, are you, if you are a problem solver, right? So that's why always when you're talking, give a question, give an example, and just explain how do you solve this one, right, with that example. So when you are writing your professional summary also, you need to tell, right, like what projects you worked on, what domain, and what are the key skills you have. That's very important. So core skills, requirement gathering. So you already mentioned here, but you are listing here. You can have a section core skills, business process analysis, stakeholder management. This is what a business analyst do day to day, right? These are the functional requirement, user story, accepted criteria, process mapping, UAT, gap analysis, agile, scrum, waterfall, change management, communications. Okay, so if you list this one, no one will reject you for a business analyst job. So technical skills, Jira, Confluence, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Visio, list charts, SQL, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and Draw.io. Okay, so based on your job requirement, and you can customize these technical skills. So project experience, many students worry because they have no business analyst job experience, right? So remember, project count as experience when you can confidently explain them. That's the case. You need to explain very clearly. The real business analyst and you are not different, right? So the real business analyst who has experience, they can execute their job without any problem, right? Because they have done this one many times in their life, so they can execute without any problem. So only difference between you and as a fresher or beginner and the experienced business, they can execute their job seamlessly, and you can also do execute your job requirement gathering, right? Requirement gathering and communication and writing requirements, you can also seamlessly you can do. How you can do, you need to practice, right? So everyone is given a fair opportunity. So the problem is you keep on complaining, I didn't work on, I don't have experience, but pretty much you have everything, all the resources. When I was explaining the project, right? If you are planning to work on a banking domain, so you have a banking account, open your mobile app or web application. Pretty much all the feature, whatever issue, that's what they're existing, right? So you can start writing your UAT test cases, you can start writing your test cases, you can write your user stories, you can see all the features and functionalities in production, right? So only thing you need to keep on practicing while you are writing. Practice, follow the templates, whatever I am going to share or whatever I shared, and you can attend the interview. So let's go through the this section. Project count as experience when you can confidently explain them. Include digital projects such as the projects we discussed: digital account opening system, LOC, loan origination system, payment processing platform, fraud detection, mobile banking enhancement, customer onboarding. For each project, describe project name, role, relationship, tools you used, deliverables created, business value. So you can list in your resume. So professional experience, even you, if your previous job was not included. So I covered most common top 10 jobs the students can work, right? Like cashier, teller, clerk, restaurant, driver, factory worker. So let me know if you are, if I not covered your job. So if you need help with, let me know in the comments that particular video. So I will try to make a separate videos, couple of video for the couple of jobs, and I can help you with that. Okay. So here let's assume you worked on one of those 10 job I mentioned in the module number 5. So you can include those one here: customer communication, documentation, problem solving, process improvement, accuracy, team collaboration, data entry, time management. These are valuable business analyst skills. So based on your job description, you can include. Okay. So common resume mistakes: avoid long paragraphs, multiple colors, fancy graphics, personal photos, irrelevant hobbies, spelling mistakes, generic resumes, missing keywords. Keep your resume simple, professional, and easy to read. So tailor your resume. This is very important. Never send some resume to every company. Read the job description carefully. Update your resume. Include the skills and keyword that match the role. Always be truthful. Do not claim skills or experience you don't have. Okay, if you cannot explain it, if don't put it in the resume. Okay, please, if just generating text using AI, don't copy and paste it. If you cannot experience, if you have not practiced it, if you have not worked on, so please. So lesson summary, today you have learned how recruiters review resumes, how ATS works, the section of professional BA resume, how to present project as experience, common resume mistakes, why every application should be customized. In the next lesson, we will create a LinkedIn profile that helps recruiters find you even before you apply. So this is the template I am suggesting you. You can have your contact information. Professional summary we discuss about. After professional summary, I would recommend you to write your job you are applying. So here we will apply business analyst. So write the business analyst job. Write 4-6 line summary of your business knowledge, banking domain. So domain, so knowledge, right? Like what project you have done, knowledge, project experience, and career goal. Okay. So core skills, you can copy paste this one and compare with the core skills on the job description too. Technical skills, again, pretty much this is what going to be. So make sure you compare with your job description. Project experience, digital account opening system. So based on your job description, you need to customize. So gathered business requirement, created BAT, wrote user stories, created process flow, prepared UAT documentation. So this is just an example. Project 2, loan origination system, responsibilities, documented business requirement, created process maps, wrote functional requirements, supported UAT, prepared RTM. Okay. Project 3, payment processing platform, list your responsibilities. And professional experience, this is the current job you are working, this is not related to IT. So job title, date, responsibilities, achievement. Okay. And your education, mention the year, and if you have any certification, try to do a business analyst training, continuous training. It doesn't matter, free YouTube or LinkedIn, Google or anywhere, doesn't matter. Having a training and covering agile fundamentals, SQL fundamentals. Again, if you have a certification, you are doing certification at this one, but it's not mandatory. At least follow a YouTube course. You don't need to mention resource, you just mention a business analyst training, and these are covered. Okay, if it is not recognizable. All right, that's the end of lesson number 61, how to write resumes. Okay, thank you everyone. I'll see you guys with the lesson number 62. And interview mastery, lesson number 62, building a LinkedIn profile that attracts recruiters. So welcome back. In the previous lesson, we'll build a professional business and resume. Your resume helps you apply for a job. So today we are going to build something that works for even when you are sleeping. So your LinkedIn profile, did you know that many recruiters search LinkedIn every day looking for a business analyst? In many cases, almost recruiters, they search on you on LinkedIn. So in many cases, recruiters contact candidates before those candidates even apply for a job. That's why LinkedIn is one of the most powerful and career tools you can have. So by the end of today's lesson, you will have a complete LinkedIn profile and presents you as a business analyst and increase your chances of being contacted by recruiters. So before we jump into lesson objectives, think like before you want to buy a product, what you do, you check the online presence, right? What other people tells about this product, like what is the pros and cons, and how to find online. Use the check the image, check the features and functionality, check the prices, where you can buy low prices and what deals are going on. You 360 degree, you'll do the analysis, right? Even you go to before you go to a restaurant, you check what restaurants are there, what is the average price, what time traffic is there, and is there any parking availability. and what other people talk about, what are the famous, what are the popular options there, and you check everything, right? Online presence. So today, if any service or product selling well, it need a online presence, right? The moment we put it on the market, immediately everyone go on their mobile and pull it and see what's going on, right? Same. So you are a service, right? You are providing business analysis service, and you are like a product. You need to think like a product. So in this case, you are selling your service. You are going to trade your time as a service, right? So people wants to know about you. So first, let's say there are buyers and sellers. These are the two people exist in the market, right? So the seller, you are the one going to sell. The buyer, the company going to hire you, right? So buyer, before the seller come to market, there are many options. The buyer start looking the product, right? Like that's how you will do, right? You start looking into looking on the online, and before the product exits, or like to find out the product whatever is available, right? The recruiters start scanning profiles on LinkedIn. So that's why same like a resume will give 50%, and 50% bring you from your online presence, which is LinkedIn. So you don't need to have a professional website, and LinkedIn is free. Pretty much you decorate and keep update your LinkedIn profile every day. That's a living document. Okay, so now let's summarize. Let's try to see how we can have active LinkedIn profile. And if you need a example, you can just go to my profile, but I don't have any picture, so I recommend you to upload a picture. But I'll give you an idea like how you can create your LinkedIn profile. Okay, if you have already one, you can modify your LinkedIn profile after listening this lesson. So by end of this lesson, you will learn why LinkedIn is important and why recruiters search for candidates, how to create professional profile, how to write a strong headline, how to write an about section, how to showcase your business analyst project, how to list your skills, how to grow your professional network, how to make your profile recruiter friendly. At the end of this session, you will receive a complete LinkedIn profile template that you can customize in less than an hour. Okay, so it's a free marketing, free online marketing for you, right? So think LinkedIn as your online resume, but it's much more than that. LinkedIn always allows recruiter to search for business analysts, view your experience, read about your projects, verify your skills, contact you directly. A strong LinkedIn profile can generate interview opportunities without submitting hundred of applications. So keep updating your resume. I would keep update your LinkedIn profile. I do first because you don't need to even post anything like because the employers are looking keywords. They are looking for business analysts with certain projects, certain filters experience. So you might show up. So that's why it's important. I will prepare my LinkedIn before I prepare my resume. So let's see what recruiters search for. Recruiters usually search using keywords, examples: business analyst, banking business analyst, agile, Jira, SQL, UAT, requirement gatherings, user stories, stakeholder management, process mapping. More relevant keywords your profile contains naturally. Um, the easier recruiters can find you, the your profile photo, right? So use a professional photograph. Choose plain background, good lighting, professional. You can take it from your cell phone. Okay, so just give an idea. So avoid selfies, vacation photos, group pictures, heavy filters. Your profile photo creates the first impression. It's like you can stand it like a passport photo. Okay, so your headline. Most people write business analyst. That's too simple. Instead of describe your value, so I would write business analyst, banking domain, requirement gathering, agile, Jira. So these are the good keyword, and system can bring you calls. Okay, this immediate tell recruiters what you know. Okay, so don't put too many things, data analyst, customer service analyst, whatever companies you are working, so that give a mixed signal to the search engine. So keep crystal and clear what you can do, one job at time. Okay, if you are dealing with one profile and one job only. Okay, so your about section, about your section, you should answer 3 questions. Who are you? Okay, this is a template. What do you know? What value do you bring? Okay, for example. Okay, so this is problem solving is very important. So I am an aspiring business analyst with hands-on experience in banking project simulation. You are telling this is I am. Okay, what do you know? Okay, requirement gathering, business process analysis, agile methodologies, and user acceptance testing. Throughout my training, I completed multiple end-to-end business and UAT projects, including digital account opening, loan origination system, and payment processing, fraud detection, mobile banking system. So I enjoy solving business problem. This is value you bring. Okay, so you need to include this. Let me highlight this on problem solving. So problem solving is very important. Okay, problem solving, collaborating with stakeholders. How do you solve? You collaborate with stakeholders, improving the business process through technology. Okay, so you can go to my profile and you can see similar keyword. Okay, so experience section, even if you have never worked as a business analyst, include your current job. So I highly recommend you. So sorry, highlight your transferable skills we talk about in the video. So customer communication, documentation, process improvement, data accuracy, team collaboration, problem solving. It's not necessarily you will work with IT team, right? So if you work as a customer care agent, and those are included, right? These are valuable business analyst skills. Okay, so project section, this is where you stand out. So again, I'm saying look at other business analysts who already have a job, and you can mimic the. You don't need to copy, like just to get an idea, right? Like I'll just search in the LinkedIn business analyst, 4 years, 1 year, 2 year experience, and see how they articulate, how they documented their project, right? So you can see, oh, you just go to my profile too and see. I have not updated for a long time, but you can get an idea. Okay, so include the projects you completed during this course, right? So again, I'm highlighting this digital account opening system, loan origination system, payment processing platform, fraud detection system, mobile banking enhancement, customer service management, customer onboarding system, banking analytics platform, credit card management system, digital banking transformation program. So you describe your role, business objective, deliverables, created, tools used. Okay, so this is very important. Skill section, you add relevant business analyst skills. In the resume, we talk about business analysis, requirement gathering, stakeholder management, agile scrum, SQL, UAT, business process modeling, Microsoft Excel, Confluence. Okay, so you can get some idea also on the job description. Featured section, you use the feature section to showcase your work, upload resume, portfolio, process diagrams, BRDs, user stories. So you will be uploading GitHub portfolio, Google Drive portfolio, like wherever you save your project, right? So in case someone want to take a look, I recommend you to have a GitHub page. So GitHub is more professional, and it doesn't matter if you have a Google Drive, that's okay. So this gives recruiters evidence of your skills. Okay, very important, right? Like don't simply talk about, let's document your work on GitHub page and provide the link. So this gives recruiters evidence of your skills. Okay, so growing your interview network. So every week connect with business analysts, senior business analysts, product owners, scrum master, hiring managers, recruiters, technology consultants, send professional connection requests. Network creates opportunity, right? So posting content, stay active, share your post about business analysis, banking, agile, UAT, SQL, project work, industry news, learning milestones. Recruiters notice active professionals, right? So do these all activities, spend 10-15 minutes day of your recruit LinkedIn update. Okay, common LinkedIn mistakes: incomplete profiles, missing profile photo, generic headline, empty about section, no project, no skills, no active, poor grammar. Okay, so make sure these are filled up. Okay, so you are sending a advertisement, so make sure you have all the information. Lesson summary: today you learn why LinkedIn is important, how recruiters search for candidates, how to build professional profile, how to showcase your project, how to grow your network, how to attract recruiters. In the next lesson, we will learn how to apply for business analyst job strategically so that you spend less time applying and receive more interview invitations. So this is the template I would recommend you. Business analyst, banking domain, requirement gathering. So list everything, and about we talk about this one. So I'm an aspiring business analyst with practical experience in banking project simulation, business process analysis, requirement gathering, agile methodologies, and user acceptance testing. I have completed multiple business analyst projects including digital opening, loan origination, payment processing, fraud detection, customer onboarding, and mobile banking systems. So I enjoy solving important this one, working with stakeholders, improving business process and delivery technology solution, but that create business value. So I am continuously learning and looking for opportunities to contribute as a business analyst while expanding my technical and business knowledge. Okay, so this is also good. So skills, you can list this one: business analysis, requirement gathering, stakeholder management, business process analysis, BRD, functional requirement, user stories, acceptance criteria, agile scrum, Jira SQL, UAT gap analysis, Excel, Confluence. Feature: business analyst resume, BA portfolio, UAT portfolio, GitHub portfolio, Google Drive portfolio. So project, you can write the same: digital account opening, role business analyst, responsibilities, gather requirements, create at BRD, wrote user stories, support UATs. Okay, so loan origination system, business analyst responsibilities, process mapping, functional requirement, UAT, RTM creation. So add remaining project, continue. Okay, so that's end of the lesson number 62 about LinkedIn. So thank you everyone. Job hunting and interview mastery. Lesson 63. Sorry. How to apply for a business analyst jobs strategically. That's what we are going to cover in this module. So welcome back. In the previous lesson, we built a professional LinkedIn profile that helped recruiters find you, right? So now it's time to start applying for jobs. So most job seekers make one big mistake. They apply for hundreds of jobs without a plan. So after week applying, they become frustrated because they receive very few interview calls. So the problem is usually not the number of applications. The problem is strategy. In today's lesson, I will show you exactly how to apply for a business analyst jobs like a professional. So instead of sending hundred of random application, you will learn how to submit high quality application that give much better chance of getting interviews. So let's understand what we are going to cover in this lesson. By the end of this lesson, you will learn where to find business analyst job, how to identify beginner friendly opportunities, how to read job descriptions, how to customize your resume, how to write sample cover letters, how many jobs apply for each day, how to track every application, how to follow up professionally, how to avoid common job search mistakes. At end of this lesson, you will receive a complete job search toolkit. Okay, so don't apply to every job. So many students search business analyst, then they click easy apply on every job they see, right? So this is not good strategy. You are wasting your time. Instead of ask yourself, do I meet at least 60% of requirements? So if the answer is yes, apply. If the answer is no, do not apply. So keep looking. Remember, companies usually list their ideal candidate, so you don't need to match every requirement. Okay, so where to find business analyst job? So search on multiple platforms every day. Examples include LinkedIn jobs, company career pages, Indeed, Glassdoor, government career portals, bank career website, consulting companies. Do not depend on only one website. So my best recommendation is start with the consulting companies. So you can go to LinkedIn and you can see type recruiters. Um, Recruiters working for banks. I'm just talking about always banks or financial institute. Maybe if you're planning to work on different domains, so you apply the right keyword. Like for example, if you are planning to work on healthcare domain, okay. So look for consultant recruiters, hiring managers, recruiters for banks or whatever domain you are planning to apply. So that's the first start. Or like a consultancy company, like IT jobs, there are almost 80-60% there are consultancy through the people hired through consult agency. So look for companies, Google it, or like if you have anyone working in the bank or somewhere IT already, as like there are many companies, right? TCS, PwC. Um, I'm sorry, I forgot about the company's name, but there are many consultancy companies. They can help you, right? Like have a quick chat with them and find out what is the bank, what's the employers are looking for. So you can start first. Sorry, your application from there. That's the better way, more human. Instead of you click on applying easy jobs, try to try to connect with the person first, right? So if you see, like I would say, if you are planning to apply for banks, either you contact with any consultancy company or directly go to bank websites. So for example, because you go to web whatever, for example, let's say you are using Indeed, so you see the job post. When you click there, it will take you to the banking website and create a profile, right? So why you have to give data here and then go back again to the banking website and you apply for again, right? So better way, you apply the direct way, like direct bank website, right? Search career pages and apply there. And one more way to increase your visibility, this is what I did. Like yeah, I didn't get any opportunity, but I this will work also. This will make a little network. So instead of you sit one place and you can go to a bank, like whenever you go to a financial institute or bank, go there, dress properly and meet the branch manager. Obviously they won't give you a what, like a technology job branch level, but just make a transaction. I don't know, if you want to open an account and if you want to deposit some money, or like asking some knowledge about GIC or like investment. And don't ask directly like I'm looking for a job. Just give a business and ask some questions, learn, right? So make a connection over there, right? Like get an idea, like at least give a contact, right? There is there any summer opening, is there any internship opening? And internal employees, they always know, branch employees, they know. So everyone follow the same pattern, so everyone is willing to help you. No one will say no, unless if you go, if you are asking your friend or relatives, then there is a big no there. Don't ask even. No one will help you. But if you go to unknown person who is working in the bank, yes, branch, so they will definitely guide you. So the first start, connect with more human. That's the first step, I would say. So connect with consultancy, recruiting companies, direct bank website, or walk into a branch and they will say apply to online. Doesn't matter, but you will start connection. So yeah, you can keep on applying these type of company pages also, recruiting pages also. But my preference, consultancy direct pages number two. uh, and number 3, LinkedIn, right? So then so yeah, the company career pages, then rest everything go to um, next category. Okay, so target the right companies. Create a list of companies you would like to work for, right? Example, banks, right? So even let's say I'm good at like fraud management or like investment banking, corporate banking, forex. So um, I'll master one product. Like I will definitely, if I were you, so this is what I do. I will master onboarding, customer registration. That's applicable for all scenarios, right? It doesn't matter. You work for payroll, you work for HR, you work for bank, healthcare, anything. Onboarding is important. How they onboard their users or customer, and how do they do the KYC? That everyone must master. That's onboarding. Okay, so with plus onboarding plus one product, one project, one service. Okay, so it doesn't matter you want to be master corporate, forex, or retail banking, whatever domain, whatever area, one product. Okay, so let's say you are good at insurance, right? So insurance, you don't need to apply directly for bank. There are insurance products available inside the banks, and there are many financial institutions, so you can target your product where is more applicable, right? Insurance companies, so example, you can technology company, consulting firm, telecommunication, retail, healthcare. So there are many sectors are there. So what you do, like you need to filter out it. You need to categorize which company, which area you need to advise. Planning to apply. So visit their career page every week. Many companies post jobs on there. One thing I would say, if you want to see IT job, like in order to publish a IT job, these type of company, they need to pay, right? But small startup, they don't have much budget, but they do need business analysts, they do need UAT testers, they need testers. But the salary is very low. I don't know, it's very low or low. I would say like maybe for the starting position, the compensation salary is not a major factor, right? So you just need to get into a job, and you need to get the experience for the project, right? So those type of small type of startup, and a small, not a startup also, many maybe they have only one branch, two branch, like there are financial institutions, they owner operator, like one or two branches only they have, right? So they do have a software for their branch, right? So they don't develop the software they purchase from other service provider, but they do have a IT department, and they need a business analyst to do the testing and capture the requirement, coordinate with the vendors and everything, right? So those kind of companies, they don't even publish a IT job on any known website. So that's why my the in-person method will work. So everyone is tapping the same application, right? If you go to LinkedIn, it will say be the first applicant, and you are the seventh applicant, thousands applications. So everyone is trying to see what is easy apply LinkedIn, but no one is making a phone call, no one is. So if you are asking me, Jay, does this work nowadays? Yes, definitely it will work, because more human and more connection and easy to get notified, right? Rather than you go through the software, ATS will reject, and AI will reject your resumes by looking at more precisely. It can analyze, but if you make a human connection through this one, like visiting a branch, making a phone call, right? Like a first time they will say no, then ask the email ID, send ask them, hey, can I forward my resume, I'm looking for IT job. So I know branch would not hire you. Is there any way you can forward to your hiring department, something like that, right? So it's, if anyone giving through a human, definitely the hiring manager will take a look, right? So they don't ignore it, because screening resume for them also it's a difficult task. So but if someone is recommending, so they will give a first preference, right? So that's why it's always good to tap the job, right? Like you have to create the opportunity, right? Like if you go and visit, if you keep on calling, if you keep on sending email, like let's say someone want to go emergency leave, someone want to go maternity leave, right? Like there is opening position, but there is no budget to hire. But if someone keep on asking, hey, is there any opening, there is definitely there will be a position created, and application will be received, right? So that's why you have to keep on trying, not the other people trying like go directly apply, easy apply. So try different method, more human I would recommend, right? Visiting a person, instead of you message one person on LinkedIn, you see business analyst, hey, can you help me? Those can be work, but I don't know, if you don't know the person, they will hesitate to help you, right? So much better, like don't introduce yourself like you are applicant. Do a business, send money, deposit a check, withdraw some money, and have a connection and see, find out the background. The more you visit, the more you connect, and the more quicker you can get a referral. Okay, so now let's go to the target the right companies. Okay, so create a list of companies you would like to work. So here this outcome, and first you will find out which area you are going to apply, and what method. Have 2 3 method here, how to, where to apply. So target the right companies. Now we target the right companies where to apply. So now how to read the job description. So do not immediately click apply, read carefully. It's like you are writing a requirement. Okay, so identify the requirements. So first read carefully. Job description: required skills, preferred skills, industry experience, software tools, location, year of experience, education, keywords, highlight important business analyst keyword, then update your resume to match those keyword honestly. Okay, so I hope these ones are you are doing. So I'm not give this demo to a professional one. Like if you have a couple of year experience, you will not watch my video, right? So this is for absolute beginners, like the first time graduate, they are looking for a business analyst job, right? So I hope you are doing this one. And first you have to customize your resume also, right? So never send the same resume to every employer. If one job emphasizes like agile, user stories, Jira, stakeholder management, make those skills easier to find on your resume. If another companies focus on banking, loans, payments, fraud detection, highlight your banking projects. Small changes can significantly improve your changes. Okay, so you should write a cover letter, right? So this the question, don't be lazy, right? So the more marketing, like you have to be, like what we try to do, we are try to spoon feed the recruiter, right? The more you work, like tell your value to them, like a easier way to understand, they will make it. Like everyone is like, even recruiter, they are doing the same repeatedly, they are doing the same job. Now they have AI tool, everything, but still they have to do the manual work, right? So few scroll, like even they have to read the same time of resumes, they have to shortlisted one resume. So tedious task, so no one will spend time. So that's our job as a marketing person. So we try to market ourselves, right? So marketing person, we have to, the more the marketing, the more easier for the consumer. The consumer is the recruiter, this side, their side, right? So we are try to sell our service. So we have to spoon feed them, mean like we have to make it easy for them, right? So that's why we are providing a brief good resume, and we are sending a LinkedIn, and we filter it out where to apply, and we are even going to write a cover letter, right? So if the company always allow you to upload one, include it, keep it very short. One page is enough. Explain again who are you, why you are interested, what why you are good fit, what value you can bring. Okay, so people still read if your resume is shortlisted. So how many job should you apply for? Quality is more important than quantity, right? So a good daily goal is 10. I would recommend you to start with 10. 15 is ideal. That means reading the job description, uploading, updating your resume. So I will have one resume folder. I will have the date and different, because you are applying for a different one area only, right? So if it is banking, insurance, so if you are sending to banking, you should have one. If you are sending to a IT company, you should have a different resume, same kind of job description, but different company have different values, culture. So you have to make sure you are matching those. So writing a cover letter if required, submitting a complete application, applying thoroughly is thoughtfully is much better than submitting 100 identical resumes. Okay, so track every application. I really did when I applying my job application, so I never rely on memory. Created a spreadsheet. I even created a SQL database so that I won't forget it, right? So you cannot complain like I don't have practical experience, no project. So you have to make it like you are a problem solver, right? Not problem creator. So if you are a problem solver, you have to find 1,000 way to so you give this target goal to your mind, right? Like put it on your computer or laptop, like I will be completing, I will be getting my job by this day or something, this company, right? So if you want, don't, yeah, like maybe you are 2 feet away from your target, right? Like so don't slip out like okay, maybe I'll give up and I'll start a hard job or something. Like don't give up, like it's financially difficult, but if someone can support you like while you are working part-time job or like a hard job, keep on trying. Everyone was in the same boat this difficult time, right? So that's why I would recommend you like make it possible, give your target so that your mind will find 1,000 way to achieve that target. Don't give up. So it's telling me very easy, but I have gone through this cycle, so that's why I'm saying it's possible, right? So you have to make all of your effort so that you can achieve this one. So yeah, if you want to practice SQL, instead of you go through different lessons, and if you know basic SQL, create a table, create a database, and put it your application, right? So insert one query, and you can make a summary, you can report, and even if someone is asking rating your SQL skill, you can say I am confident 7 8. So maybe they can ask like how do you practice, or like how do you, what you do. Even you can tell here what I do when I apply job application. So I insert a query there, and this is how join I table I apply IT companies and banks I join, and I combine and make a report every day. So people will amaze, right? So these are the creative ideas you can make it, right? If you don't know how to make SQL, yeah, at least use a spreadsheet. So that's my 2 cents here. So track company name, job title, application date, resume version, cover letter, recruiter, interview status, follow-up date, result. This keeps your job search organized, right? So I don't know, like if you can do this one, that would be great. But I did, this will work. Okay, follow up. If you have not received a response after 1 or 2 weeks, send a polite follow-up message. Example, so there is you can get any format, right? So recently I have applied for business and BA person, wanted to follow up regarding my application. I remain very in the opportunity and appreciate your time and consider, thank you, professional follow-up, give a genuine interest. So I know even you send this automatic reply, so that's not mean they don't get this one, right? So let me tell you one story. Like initially I was interviewed for another position, another position, but after a few months I got a call because the first time I didn't get hired. So after a few months I got call and saying that, hey, um, there is a job position open for you based on your area experience. We believe this more suit for you. Are you still available on the market, right? So this is how, because when you have a project experience, when you can explain clearly with the scenario, and there will be new opportunity will be created, right? So I said like yes, because initially they were looking for a different skill set and different experience for different product. Even though I worked on that product, but I didn't have a mobile experience, so I was not hired. But after they talked to me and they saw my explanation and I got a call, yes, I accepted. So those kind of things will happen, right? So you have to keep on trying, right? I was emailing also and asking update, so I didn't get any update 2 months. So when I saw this message, so that's why I'm saying that. So I got automatic notification, but still they receive our message. So if they need, they can track and they can give a call and they can bring you back, right? So that's what I'm saying, very important. Don't worry, don't expect anything, right? Like you have to do your best. That's it. Give your best shot, and definitely it will show up. Okay, your dream job. So common job search mistakes: avoid applying without reading the job description. Um, use the same resume for every application. So this is one common mistake. So we talk about ignoring LinkedIn, applying only once a week, not tracking application, giving up after a few rejection. Remember, rejection is part of every job search. Stay connected. So one more thing, a small story here, like I have my personal story and I have my student story too, right? Like the moment we complete the training, we start applying. We don't talk about much detail. Even like halfway through, we start applying, right? That's what you have to do, because you will get call if you follow all the step what we are talking about, but you will not make it to interview, right? So what is the purpose of this one? So because every day in the job market there are different new tools are coming, and we cannot keep on learning every tools, right? But the core idea, like technology comes second, right? Technology is like a tool. Like example, technology, think like it's like a calculator. Like let's say our main job is to learn mathematics, like maths, okay, right? So you have to learn basic operations, right? Like how to do subtraction, adding, and those kind of stuff, right? So uh, those will not stop. You don't have a calculator, or what version of calculator you have, right? So first your job is to learn the mathematics, like basic concept, right? So first you need to learn business analyst concept. So next it comes the technology, like it's your calculator, right? If you know how to do manually, then you can make your job easy. You can use tools, but yes, companies need specific tools they need, but you can manage it, right? Like you can explain, right? Like I didn't get a chance to work on this particular tool, but I did work on this tool. If you know basic Excel, that's more than enough. Excel and Word, that's more than enough. Like it's just it doesn't matter which technology they are going to use, as long as you can, like the math example I told you, right? So as long as you know how to do the math, and you can use any calculator, you just need a few one couple of minute demo how to use the calculator or how to use that tool. So again, so don't worry about completing all the tools, all the SQL queries, and all the lessons available on the internet. Never going to happen. So the moment you start, you know how to gather requirement, how to write user story. The main thing, listen to a conversation, read a page, or like read a email, and from that email, or like from a recording, or those are the two methods you are going to get requirement, right? Like you will have a meeting or you will get an email, either reading or like watching or listening. Can you understand the conversation? Can you follow that email and can you make a summary? Can you convert those into a business requirement? From that business requirement, can you convert it to functional requirement? From the functional requirement, can you convert those into epics? From the epic, can you convert it in the Jira user story, right? And plus, I forget the BRD. So if you are agile BA, I don't think so. You need to create a BRD, but based on your area, your company, you are going to work. So yes, from the business requirement, you can directly convert into a BRD. From BRD, then you can convert into Jira user story, right? If you can do this one for seamlessly, this task, this process, by listening, by reading, talking to people like stakeholders, like company CEOs, directors, VPs, senior managers, or like talking to developers and technical folks like a designer, architecture. Do you follow their conversation, like when they're talking the technical concept like microservice, API, response request? Can you follow those conversation? Can you convert into readable, like more precise business requirement, right? So if you can follow those one, and I think you are good to go, right? So don't worry about like giving up rejections. So you will learn from the rejection, definitely. That's a way you have to learn. So you cannot complete everything. You can be like that's why I said 60% match, go ahead. So no one will perfect and 100% until you get your first project. Even we do make mistakes and we do learn from our projects, like everyone after sprint finish, like we have a retro to what went well, what didn't go well. I'm not talking about mistake, we cannot make mistakes. I'm talking about like lesson learned, like we could have done better, right? So we complete the task, but maybe it took so longer. So strategies, new strategies, that's what I meant to say. Mistake, there's no zero chance for mistakes, there's no mistake can happen. So but still you could have make little better, right? So no double work in future. So don't worry, this is explanation for giving up after few rejections. So don't worry, like keep on doing your current job or whatever you are doing, and keep on learning. Spend like 30 minutes. It's good for practice your BA training and 30 minutes for application. Don't do it everything one time, so you'll get bored. Maybe I would recommend you early in the morning. Maybe you are learning, and 30 minutes whenever you are boring, you can applying. Whenever you are energetic, start practicing, right? So that's what. So remember, rejection is part of every job search. Stay consistent. So that's very important. So build a daily routine, right? So a successful job search is built one consistency. Example, 30 minutes I already talked about, right? So review new job posting 30 minutes, customize your resume 30 minutes, submit application, the network 30 practice interview questions. So if you are I am not sure you have 2 hours or 3 hours, so I would recommend you start with 30 minutes, that more 15 minutes reading, 15 minutes application. So start with good solid 3, then increase to 5, then go to 10. So if you follow this routine every day, your confidence and opportunities will continue to grow. So lesson summary, today you learn where to find business analyst job, how to identify the right opportunities, how to read job descriptions, and how to customize your resume, how to organize your application, how to follow up professionally, how to create daily job search routine. In the next lesson, we'll prepare for the recruiter screening interview and learn how to answer the questions, determine whether you move to the hiring manager interview. Sorry. Sorry. So the business analyst, this the downloadable tracker. Sorry. Sorry. So business analyst job description application tracker. So you can customize, just to give an idea, company, job title, location, applied date, resume version, cover letter you can include. Okay. So job daily job search planner goal you can write. So if you can follow this one, so if you are in my training, so I'll let you to do this one. So apply to business analyst jobs for today. So task: review new job posting, customer resume, write cover letter, submit. So do it like a course, right? Like if you are in a final year, you are doing your capstone project. Last 3 months you are in your college. So I would say do start this process, right? So you start sending application following these methods. Okay, connect with recruiters, practice interview questions, update application tracker, follow up on previous application. So you can mark it today's wins, very important, challenges tomorrow's priority. Okay, so these are good notes and this will motivate you to do better. So company research, you can do company name, industry, location, company website, job title, hiring manager, and make sure go and read in the Glassdoor. Also you can get more information on that. So product and service, why do I want to work here, and required skills, my matching skills, projects I will mention, question asked for during the interview. So you have to prepare before you get your first call. Okay, so these are the ongoing things you can start recording while you are applying. Okay, so that's the end of lesson number 63. I'll see you new lesson 64. Thank you.